just like that, it switches over and it'll show you this. Sorry about that. It'll show you that orange orbit, which is kind of it'll show you your trajectory around the moon. So I speed up time, kind of wait for me to float into moon orbit. Should I speed up time a little bit more? Was that a salesman? So Greg, my buddy Corbin's here with me. Say hi, Corbin.
Hello, Greg.
Aw. So here it goes, and that'll show you your way around the moon when you're under the moon's gravity influence. So right now, what you want to do is kind of try to kill a little bit of your orbit, and you do that by focusing on not your trajectory, but your anti-trajectory, which is the circle with an X in it. So you line that up on your gimbal, fire, try to kill some of your orbit. Now I made the mistake here of lining it exactly up with the trajectory, when in reality all I wanted to do was kill enough to make a circular orbit. So right here, I'm coming down faster than I'm going sideways, so what I want to do is kill the down velocity. And I do that by aiming the gimbal up, which is the blue side, and then you get yourself a circular orbit. And you'll see it close. I mean, the orange line will go away, and then you'll have a nice solid orbit around the moon. And then what I do is I kind of try to get around to the other side. Takes a minute. The moon has gravity, but it doesn't have that much gravity. Alright, so I swing around to the other side, because I want to land on the lighted side, right? Because landing in the dark is really hard. You'll see later on I use my shadow to kind of guesstimate how high I am right now. And what I want to do to kill my orbit is aim again towards my anti-trajectory and fire until you get a nice solid line straight to the moon. And what that's going to do is you're just going to fall to the moon. So I close my orbit. Takes a minute. So there goes my my PE, my periaptosis. And now all I have is my apoptosis. So I'm going to fly up a little bit and then go back down unless I kill all of it. So right now I'm kind of like, alright, right about there is where I want to come down, where it's nice and sunny. Because you don't really want to land where the moon is half lit up, because then you can get surprised by, you know, crevices, little hills. So I come down. And then I'll go ahead and kill some more velocity, because ideally you kind of want to come down at maybe 1 or 2 meters a second. If you go any faster than that, you're going to rip your damn ship apart when you land. So right now we're traveling at 200 meters a second. That takes quite a bit of thrust to negate. And if you're worrying about wasting fuel on your way down, don't. Unless you cross your apoptosis and you start going back up, then you're wasting fuel. Right now you're using your ship's potential energy to cancel out your kinetic. That's it. So I make that nice neat little line right there. That means I'm going to fall straight down onto that point. So 7 or 8 meters a second. I get going pretty fast here again when I start falling. But yeah, don't worry about wasting fuel unless you start going back up. I've tested that, and it's pretty solid. You know, simple physical principles. So yeah, falling takes a minute. God, if they didn't have the warp feature in this game, this would be the most boring thing ever. So, kill some of my velocity. I'm going 200 again. It's way too fast. But I also don't want it to take forever. Now you also notice that when you get closer to the moon, your gimbal will stop saying orbit and it'll start saying surface. And you'll notice that that changes a little bit. It takes into consideration your where you're going to hit, and it'll make adjustments to your trajectory on the gimbal. So yeah, coming down, trying to kill off some of my velocity, but I'm still 16 kilometers up. That might be a lie, though. By the way, on Kerbin it goes relative to sea level, and on the moon it goes relative to its deepest crater. So if you come down in the nice white shiny parts, you're usually 1 or 2 kilometers up, but I've seen it as high as like 4. So you kind of want to be careful. I wouldn't really trust that altimeter too much. So I'd say like 6 kilometers up, you really want to start killing your velocity. So it's 6.5. I've got it killed, and then I just kind of fall nice and slow. And you saw that I when it switched to surface, I killed my velocity relative to the surface, because when I come down, I don't want to be caught off guard. And I mean, if you come down sideways, it's going to flip your ship and then you're going to die just as easy as if you came down at 200 meters a second, just slammed into it. So I still got plenty of fuel left. I'm just going to kill some velocity again, fall a little bit more. And like I said, that's probably not 4 kilometers down. That's maybe 2. But you just have to watch it. You know, get a good eye for guesstimating how far down it is. I mean, if you come down at 40 meters a second, you're going to have time to stop yourself anyways. But if you have a really big rocket with huge landing struts and all that business, you're not going to be able to slow yourself down if you're going 100 meters a second and you only have, 1,000 meters to stop yourself. It's just not going to happen. So make a nice, easy, controlled burn down. I know it looks like I'm wasting fuel, but I'm really not. Now you'll notice that my gimbal shot over to the side. When you kill your vertical velocity, it shows your horizontal more. So you really want to try to get a good handle on that before you hit the ground. Alright, so you saw that I killed it both sideways and then up and down. And then I just kind of wait for the ground to get there. I mean, it's in pretty good resolution now. You can see the little rocks and such. So what I do is bring it down to like maybe 6 or 7, and leave it at a nice constant thrust to where I'm coming down. And what I do is, since I'm on the sunny side of the moon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for my shadow. So that's the sunny side of my ship, and sure enough, there's the shadow on the moon. And obviously, when the tail of your ship meets your shadow, you're on the ground. When it passes through graphics tiles like that, it'll phase in and out. But or if you're too high up, it won't show your shadow. So here I come, nice and easy. Like I said, 1 or 2 meters a second is more than enough. And then I come down at like 0.1, and I just boop. I've never actually had a landing that good. Usually I fall over, or something happens to my wings, or I break my engine off. So that was the first for me. I was like, wow, that was really good. And then I went over to my pilot's picture and clicked evac, the EVA symbol there. And then you can get out of your ship and just kind of float around. Ta-da! So I took myself a screenshot, looked at the sun, and that's it. That's the whole video. That's how to land.